Hi Flosstube, I'm Carrie and I am part of Three Trails Stitchers. I am alone today, lonely rider, and I'm late. Usually we record on Saturdays, but yesterday was just kind of a crazy day and I just was tired and didn't have time. I mean, I didn't even really sit down and relax and start stitching until 8 o'clock maybe. So anywho, so welcome back. If this is, if you're a subscriber, if you've been here before, welcome. If this is your first time watching us, I love that you guys keep coming back to watch our chaos. It's fun and we really enjoy it. I was telling Sarah and Whitney yesterday that I really look forward to recording every week and reading people's comments and that kind of thing. And it was such a good year and time of 2020 to start floss tubing because it's just really given me something to focus on and keep me motivated and whatnot. So what has been going on? This week was just kind of, it was a week. I don't know. It wasn't, I mean, it wasn't a bad week. School was good and work was good. So, but our weather was nuts. And I know Missouri is not the only place with crazy weather, but sometimes it feels like it. So it was kind of like cold going into the week, not terrible, but colder. And then on Wednesday, I think it was maybe a high of 55 and it was drizzly and rainy and gross. And then the next day, Thursday, it went up and I think our high temperature was like 82 or 84 on Thursday. I don't know if I said Thursday. And then it was really windy. And Friday, our high was 40 something. And now we're supposed to have snow overnight. So from tonight into tomorrow, we could get 1 to 3 inches of snow, which it probably won't stick. It will on the grass, but on the roads, it probably won't be too bad. So I'm hoping my drive in the morning won't be bad, but seriously. And then I think it's supposed to go back up to it's going to be cold for the beginning of the week and then go back up to like the 60s. I think on Halloween, it's supposed to be close to 60 and sunny, which this is another thing. Like I don't care if we're having a really warm October or whatever. On Halloween, the temperature's going to drop. It's going to rain. It's going to be really gross. So this year, of course, it's going to be beautiful on Halloween when nobody can go trick-or-treating. I mean, I'm sure some people are still trick-or-treating, but, you know. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. What else? Murder hornets, crazy weather, missing the one beautiful Halloween in all time, like all of creation. When we were little, I may have said this before, but I feel like I repeat myself. Sarah and I we'd have these costumes, which I'm sure were not that great, but we thought were the best costumes ever. We would get all dressed up and be ready to go. And then inevitably it would be cold and gross on Halloween. So my mom would make us wear like those big 80s, our puffy Michelin Man jackets. And we would complain because it's covering our costume. And then she'd be like, well, sorry, Shirley, get down, Cheryl. She would, like throw a sheet over us and be like, well, here you go. Now you're a ghost. So, every year she would make us wear our jacket and just like throw a sheet over us. I'm sure it was like one time, but it feels like every Halloween. Anyway, so what else? So the week was normal. Yesterday, Whitney, Sarah, and I drove down to, my great aunt and uncle owned a house and lived most of their lives in Butler, Missouri, which is about an hour away from here. Small town. And they passed away, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago. And my dad still owns the house. He still had it. He was slowly moving things out of it. And I think, quite honestly, it's kind of a sentimental thing. But the neighbors decided that, they were willing to buy it. And so he finally sold the house. And so we went down and looked through stuff that they had, that was left in the house and brought some stuff home. Old Corningware and like Fire King dishes and baking dishes, and what else did we find? Canning jars, old canning jars, baskets. I don't know, we found quite a bit. So we went down there and did that in the morning, went to Starbucks, drove down to Butler, went through the house, and then we came home. We took Whitney home and then came back to my house and we worked on my kitchen because I had to reorganize because on Amazon Prime Day, I thought it was a great idea to buy this Ninja Foodie thing, which is like some 9-in-1, you know, it's a pressure cooker, it's a dehydrator, it's an air fryer, it slices, it dices, you know. So I bought that and it's gigantic, so I needed counter space, and so we reorganized my kitchen and I brought in this cool old corner unit that's kind of like Formica and chrome that was in my great aunt's house, and so we cleaned that up. It probably needs to be spray painted. Moved that into my kitchen so I have more storage. So yeah, and then I went to Target, and that's about it. So that's what we've been up to. And then, like I don't know if I said, next week we will be back together. Sarah and Whitney will either be at my house or at Whitney's house, and you can put up with our shenanigans again. So anyway, I'm gonna try to go somewhat quickly. I was like, I don't have that much, it's gonna be short, and then I filled up my table. And so, okay, so I don't have any finishes, but I do have like a almost fully finished. In the spring when we were quarantining, when it first started, I wanted quick things to stitch that made me think happy thoughts, right? So I stitched, I believe they're Heart and Hand, it's Christmas Cheer, which were the ornaments, and Mom is finishing them for me because Christmas is coming. And so this is one of them, and it's just on like foam board. This is Mimi gingham, gingham from my grandmother's stash. Pretty pink ribbon. I think she's gonna put a bow up at the top. She wanted me to bring it back so she can finish it. And I think there were, did I do 5 ornaments maybe? So I'm excited, and they're all on this fabric, this aqua fabric, 14 count. And these are my Christmas colors. I have a green Christmas tree and I have a pink Christmas tree. The pink Christmas tree makes me way happier, so that's going up this year. And so these are very much my colors for Christmas, as you will see as I show you other stuff. So anyway, one finish, and she's gonna work on finishing the other ones for me. And then whips, I only worked on 2 things. I did not work on my Supernatural stitch because I watched the debate. So I just didn't work on it that night. In fact, Friday I was like, oh man, I didn't even watch Supernatural because I watched the debate and then I watched the coverage afterwards, and I don't know why, because I'm a glutton for punishment. So anywho, I will probably watch Supernatural tonight and stitch on that one, so you'll see it next week. And hopefully it'll have a lot of stuff added because I will have watched this week's episode and next week's, so. But I did work on Judith Kirby, and I finished pretty much the first house, I think pattern 9, I believe it's 9 and 15. All that's left is the back stitch. I'm gonna do the back stitch at the end after I finish the other half, because I feel like sometimes my Q-snap will kind of move my back stitch, and so that's gonna be at the end. But this part is done, and I'm super excited. So this is going away. It's kind of hard to put it away because I really love this. But it's gonna go away until after Christmas, and then I'll probably bring it back out. I don't think I'll wait until, you know, Halloween stitching season, if there is one of those. It's kind of forever for us, but so this is the one I finished. Yep, number 9. You can still purchase these. You probably know, because I know Priscilla and Chelsea have talked about it recently, because she showed it again. You can purchase these at Stitch in Time, which is in Saginaw, Michigan. So this is house 9 that I completed, almost, except the back stitch, and there's a lot of back stitch. And then this is house 15, which I will start working on again probably after Christmas. And I think this one will actually be even quicker. I mean, they don't take that long. If I would have just sat down and stitched it, I'm sure I could have finished it really quickly, but I enjoy it, and it's kind of a relaxing stitch for me, and so I didn't want to rush through it, to be quite honest. So I'm glad I have it to work on after the holidays. And forgive me if the table moves, because Laverne wants to be on camera again and destroy things. So anyway, so that's Judith Kirby. Set that back there. I don't know if we showed you these. These are bags that Sarah and I made for me and her and Whitney. So these are Hocus Pocus bags. And we made, I have the purple one. I don't know if Whitney has we did a yellow one with yellow fabric inside, and then one with the orange for Winifred. I don't remember which one Whitney has and which one Sarah has, but anyway, We love Hocus Pocus. The other thing I worked on, love iron, is Midnight Way. So this is why I went back to Judith Kirby. Last weekend, I got quite a bit done on the third part. Like, it has 2 books stacked on top. I don't have a picture to show you, but because the last part, or the third part, is called Ghost Riders, and it's a bookstore. I was super excited about it. So I finished one whole book at the top, because the signs are books. And then I started on the second one, and then I realized that everything was completely off, and it was like 2 lines too far down. So then I frogged all of that out, and then I went back to Judith Kirby because Midnight Way betrayed me, is what I said. So I had basically all of this done up here, and I had to frog it out. So after I finished that half of Judith Kirby, I decided to go back to it because, I mean, I do love it, and I want to finish it. I was just angry. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to have to do it nonstop because I'm going to jinx myself. But I haven't really frogged a ton since I've been stitching. I mean, I have here and there, but that's probably the most I've ever had to pull out of a project because I am a super OCD counter. So I count multiple times, crazy cakes times, to make sure. But it didn't work this time, and I'm still going to have to frog out this back because he's in the wrong place too, and probably this, but not, I don't think the lamppost is fine. So anyway, so when I went back to it, I finished this half of the sign. I wasn't going anywhere near there. This half of the sign, the word midnight, and then I started some of the little motifs that are down in the border. Went up and extended my sidewalk or my street and started on the building. I mean, I love stitching this, but my goal when I started last weekend was that I was going to finish it like before Halloween. And since I had to do that, I went back to Judith Kirby. That may not happen, but that's all right. So anyway, so there's Midnight Way, and this is 14 count fabric from Color and Cotton. And I don't know that, I was a fabric of the month, so I don't know if it had a name. But anyway, Midnight Way. So those are my only whips because I didn't get to my Supernatural stitch. But I do have quite a bit of haul. I didn't think I did. It's not necessarily cross stitch haul, but it's cross stitch adjacent. And then totally not cross stitch. Okay. So we were not going to go to CC and Company. We've been going like every Saturday. I feel like that's our dealing with COVID treat, you know, our LNS. But my mom had a pattern there to pick up. She bought the Brenda Gervais, the one that just came out that was Winter Rose Cottage. It's beautiful. But anyway, so she bought that, and so while I was there, I bought some floss because I'm gonna do, and I did not pull the pattern. I am not with it today. This is what happens when I film on a Sunday. But I'm gonna do Ink Circle's Little Alien Schoolgirl sampler. I've shown it before. And I think it's going to be like a new year, new start for me, maybe after Christmas, unless I break down before then. I'm still waiting on fabric that I'm hoping will work for it. But I love how it looks. I mean, it's amazing. And so I decided I'm not a huge fancy floss person because it's pricey, and I'm a teacher. But I love how it looks. And it wasn't a ton of floss. I'm supposed to have 2 of some of these colors, and there's 1 color missing, but I figured I would wait and start stitching and see how everything works out before I order more floss. But these are the colors, and I don't know if you can see them very well, but they're all weeks. So it is Bullfrog. I don't have a white piece of paper here, so let's do it this way. See if that works. Bullfrog. I think that makes it worse. Plum, which is very purpley. Galvanized, which I think I'm supposed to have 2 of, but I didn't do that. Terracotta. Loden. Tiger's Eye. This amazingness. Blue Jeans. Red Pear. Laverne is sitting here eyeing this thread. She really wants it. Swiss Chocolate. This gorgeousness. Cypress. I don't know if you can see that well. It's like a green, almost blue green to forest green, and baked apple. One more color, Cinnabar. They didn't have it, CC, so I'm gonna keep my eye peeled for it, but I have time. So I bought those. Treat Yourself 2020, and I'm very excited. I'm so excited for that because I've not done a sampler, so this is going to be kind of my first foray. My mom gifted me a sampler that I would like to do, so I don't know, 2021 might be the year that Carrie goes sampler crazy, or I'll just keep stitching the other stuff that I like. What else did I buy? I don't know if I'm supposed to. I don't want to spoiler it for anyone, but Whitney and I both got our fabric of the month from Be Stitch Me. I might wait till next week to show it because I would think by then everybody would have it. But it is called Escape, and it is amazeballs. It's gorgeous. So if you are in Be Stitch Me's fabric of the month, you haven't gotten it yet, just wait. It's gorgeous. I got this cat, Bernie. Stop. I got my kit for a Frosted Pumpkin Christmas wreath, which starts November 20th. So I got the floss, the fabric, which is Picture This Plus Heartland, and then I bought the needle minder because I love their needle minders, and they're wooden. They're great. I love them. I'm so excited. I don't know if I'll be able to, if I'll keep up with it, but I'm so excited to start it. It'll be, I believe, a 7-month stitch along. I don't think it's a year long. I think it's 7 months because they want you, maybe it is a year. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. But the goal is to have it done, I believe, in November, early November or late October next year so that you can finish it. I believe they finished it as a wreath pillow. Anyway, excited. Okay, and then Sarah and I we ran a few errands on Friday. I'm trying to do stuff like not on the weekends. I know I went to Target, but places are just crowded, and Missouri is not in the best of shape right now. A lot of it's rural areas in southern Missouri, but we still have I think we're at 16.5% positivity rate, which is not good. So I'm trying to, like, go places when it's not crowded. So Friday night we went to Hobby Lobby, Joanns. Barnes & Noble. We went to Barnes & Noble. Can't keep us away from bookstores, even during the pandemic. I bought fabric to dye because I'm trying to save some money and dye my own fabric because I already have like 3 pieces of Be Stitch Me on the way, which I love. But I want to try to, because I want pretty simple colors for the stuff I'm going to stitch for Christmas, so I'm going to dye fabric myself. And then all of their novelty fabric and licensed fabric was on sale. Licensed fabric was, I think, 25% off. This was at Joanns. And novelty fabric was 50% off. And we recently found out, Sarah and I were kind of frustrated because they remodeled our Joanns, and it's like they made it smaller. When other stores are opening up to make things safer, our Joanns had like added more stuff, and they took away half the store, and it was kind of crazy. But then when we were there one night, the woman cutting our fabric told us that they have turned into a like an online hub. So a lot of your online shipments will ship from our store, which is cool because now we have, like, there's a ton of fabric. The only problem is it goes really quick because when people place online orders, a lot of times it'll be cut at the store and sent. So there's a ton of fabric, but you got to move quick because we wanted this Muppet fabric. It was amazing, but we saw it before payday, and we were both trying to be kind of thrifty. So we went back Friday to get it, and it was gone. They had a full bolt the week before, and it was gone. So if anybody sees an all-over Muppet print at your Joanns and wants to get us a yard, we will pay you back because we really wanted to make project bags. We're big Muppet fans. So anyway, take pity on us. Look at your Joanns for Muppet fabric. So I'm going to show you the fabric that we bought. We went together and bought it. We got a yard of each so that we can make 1, 2, or 3 project bags, because I made the project bag for our contest winner, and it was just, I really enjoyed it. I haven't sewn for a few months because we went back to work, but it was nice to come home and sew a bag, and I want to get to it. I want to do more. So I bought this kind of crazy, it's navy, it looks black, but it's navy fabric that has these neon camping motifs on them. So boots and campfires and campers. I'm a big camper freak, as you guys know. Backpacks, I don't know, I really liked it. So we got that. We got, Sarah picked out this hot cocoa fabric, which will be perfect for winter patterns. We got Harry Potter fabric, because Harry Potter. I love this. I think it's really cute. So it's got little potion bottles and spell books and Harry's glasses. I really like that one. We bought this Yeti fabric because, come on, it's cute. All of these are just going to be because it's adorable. It's going to be a weird project bag, but I don't care. It's eggs and bacon, hanging out, holding hands, holding leaves, sunbathing. I don't know that there's anything really cuter than that. When we went last week, I bought, I don't think I showed it, this cactus, Christmas cactus fabric. I really like cacti. So this rainbow fabric, because rainbows, amazing. I love this. We got a yard of this Christmas. It's different Christmas vehicles with presents on them. I need to get some Christmas bags going for real. This all over Disney print. I love this one. We looked at a couple other ones, but this one has Donald, and Donald is by far my favorite Disney character. So this was a good find. I was excited for that. Sarah's is, she loves Mickey, and I mean, everybody loves Mickey and Minnie. Her favorites are Chip and Dale, and I'm Donald and Daisy. I love them. And then last but not, well, this isn't last, but we bought this one. I bought this one. It's vintage. I think this is part of the Simplicity fabric. Does it say? No, it doesn't say. It says it's just Joanns, so it might not be. But I love it. They had a ton of the Simplicity that are the patterns. But I love this one. Very excited for that. And then we bought one that if you are Whitney, you need to look away, because this is so we can make a project bag for Whitney, probably for Christmas. So close your eyes, Whitney, or look away. And I'm not playing. So we got this for her to make her a project bag for obvious reasons. And then this is not stuff I bought, but I pulled some fabric that I want to make into project bags. So because I'm doing Little Alien Schoolgirl Sampler, I want to make a space bag. So I have this old retro space fabric. I'm going to make that. I'm going to make myself an adorable Christmas bag that has these little frosty guys and this on the inside. And this is part of, oh, it's not Oh Dear. What is the name of this one? Does it say? You guys will probably know. It's Moda. I think this one was, there was a Swell Christmas. Anyway, I got this fabric. I don't know if you know, but I don't know if it was when I was floss tubing. This X-Files fabric, so I'm finally going to make a project bag out of that. And this probably will go on the inside, which is X-Files quotes. Christmas flamingos! Christmas flamingos. And I might put this on the inside. At first I was like, I think that'll be too crazy. But it's all the same, like, color scheme. So that might go on the inside. And then this one. This is Oh Dear. With the Christmas light fabric on the inside. So, you know, just 5 million project bags to make. Nothing to see here. No big deal. So that's basically all my stitching or sewing haul. But I did buy some other stuff that maybe you would like to see because you're a crazy Christmas person like myself. I, at Hobby Lobby, bought this, which I haven't even unwrapped. I've said before, like, my house is mid-century. I'm very into vintage. A lot of my Christmas stuff is vintage inspired or vintage. It's very pink, aqua, all of that business. So I love anything vintage inspired that's Christmassy for the most part. So I got this at Hobby Lobby. It says Christmas Joys. And it's one of those countdown calendars. Which might be pretty, it might be pretty close to accurate. I don't know, we don't have that long. So I got that. It wasn't that much, and all their Christmas stuff, of course, is 50% off because that's what they do this time of year. And then I follow a girl on Instagram. Her name is, her Instagram handle is Melodrama, and she owns a house in Palm Springs, or like Palm Springs area. That's a amazing mid-century house. And her husband are kind of rehabbing it and refurbishing it. And someone had tagged her in some stuff they had at World Market. And so I went to World Market today, right when they opened. And first of all, I collect bottle brush trees. And I got this bottle brush tree because it's rainbow. I have a ton of bottle brush trees, and I do not have one that's rainbow like this. So yeah, this is like me and a Christmas decoration. Rainbows and bottle brush trees and glitter. I bought this, which they have, I think, 3 different styles. And they're wood, so they're not like cardboard. I like Putz houses, the cardboard houses. But I also have some that Michael's did a mid-century one 2 years ago, and then I bought another one last year, and I don't know if it was Michael's. It might have been Hobby Lobby. But this is one of them, and it does light up, but I don't have batteries in it yet. Little bottle brush trees. This amazing palm trees. It's like all my Christmas dreams in one. And am I gonna go buy? It was $20, so it's a little pricey. But I buy something new for Christmas every year. I mean, I don't spend a ton, but something new. Like Sarah said, well, you probably spend like $100 on new Christmas stuff every year. But they have, I think, 2 other ones. One is a red roof. One has an aqua roof. One of them has flamingos. One has a little cactus. It's amazing, and it lights up. So I bought that, and will I go back this week and buy the other ones? There's a good bet that I will. You know, a girl can't live by cross stitch alone. Sometimes she needs amazing Christmas decorations. So anyway, and then what else did I buy at World Market? An Aero bar, because I feel like I deserve it. These are amazing if you've never had one. And then I also bought this, which was totally an impulse purchase. It says the future is ours. It's feminist stickers to express yourself. It's like 11 bucks. I mean, I'm a child of the 80s, so I had a sticker book, of course, with scratch and sniff stickers and puffy stickers. But these are all different, like feminist icons and feminist stickers. There's RBG. I don't know. I really like it. It's good for right now. I feel like, you know, the world isn't necessarily where we all want it to be. So, anyway. So this was kind of just what I needed. It's just kind of been a week. I think, I'm sure I'm not the only one that, my anxiety's up. It's just a stressful time. So sometimes you need a little retail therapy, a little stitch therapy, a little chocolate therapy to get you through, to bring on brighter days. So that was my haul. I want to show you one other thing that we got from my great aunt's house. These were in my dad's garage, and Sarah and I were like, oh, we could finish stuff on these. So these are old enamel. This is an old mug, which we figured we could finish a pincushion or something on. And then he also had these, which I wonder if they were for like medical supplies or something. Who knows? My dad has a lot of random stuff. But these are enamel as well. And we figured that we could finish things in these. I mean, if it's old and crusty, and we might be able to put a cross stitch in it, we're gonna take it. So I have these. Oh, I know what else I got from my great aunt's house. I don't know if you guys have ever seen, they're canisters. They were called Chromex. This was the company. And they were like, you know, aluminum chromy canister sets. My great aunt had some actual Chromex, but it was in really rough shape. But she did have a copper version, which was from a different company. I haven't looked that closely at it. And so I have that canister set, which I'm very excited for because I love that stuff. And I think it's going to go into my sewing room in here to store, you know, fabric scraps and notions and that kind of stuff. Exciting. So anyway, so that was my haul. I'm at 30 minutes, and it was going to be a quick one, right? I was going to talk a little bit, I don't think I talked about my plans for holiday stitching last week. I don't remember. So, in case I haven't, maybe I did talk about it. No, I feel like I did. So, things I'm going to work on, I want to do small things because I just did bigger things for Halloween, so I really want to focus on smaller things. Although I am thinking I might finally stitch the Christmas Town from Frosted Pumpkin. I've had it kitted up since last Christmas, and since I've enjoyed doing this one, I may start it. It won't get done, but just to have a start. So I'm doing the, I don't know that all of these will get done, keep in mind, but a lot of them. The flamingo patterns from Hands On Design. This is why I bought the flamingo fabric. It's going to be my project bag. My eye itches, but now I have glitter on my hands from touching that Christmas stuff. So, and then the Secret Santas from Hands On Design. I won't get all of these done, but I'd like to get a good start. And these are ones I'm going to dye my own fabric for because I have aqua fabric, aqua Rit dye, and petal pink, and coral, and rose quartz. We have lots of dye, which is good because it's really hard to find right now. Rit dye is hard to find because everybody's tie-dyeing. So those, I pulled out Lizzie Kate, the little snippet, the Mary string, because I thought that might be a quick one. And then I pulled out some other Lizzie Kates. A lot of people stitch Jingles together. We only have this one right now. I mean, I'll get them all at some point, but I'll stitch them as ornaments because I think the colors are perfect for my pink Christmas tree. This little guy, the elves did it. Jingle all the way. And snow dudes. So not all of these will get stitched, but my idea is to stitch smaller things. Sorry, my eye really itches. That I can feel accomplished and maybe get done. So that will start November 1st. On November 1st, I'll start Christmas. I don't know that I will only stitch Christmas until Christmas, but I feel like I have enough small patterns that I could keep it interesting and keep going. This is the sampler that my mom gifted me that I may do at some point. Jane Hardy, 1840. It says it's all full crosses. So over 2. So I'm hoping, because I only do Ada, that it will work. So that's another 2021 possible start. But I really want to do Little Alien Schoolgirl because it's amazing. So that's my plan. I'm going to work on Midnight Way, and at least through this week, unless I'm watching Supernatural, in which case I'll be working on my Where's the Pie piece. But other than that, that's what I'll be doing. And then on November 1st, we're going to get together with Whitney on Halloween and watch Halloween-y stuff. And then Sunday, Sarah's going to come over and we will de-Halloween my house and we will Christmas it up. I'm very much a November 1st. There's no filler in between. I don't do Thanksgiving decorating. I go straight to Christmas. And once I get my Christmas stuff up and it's where I like it, we may actually film it and actually try to edit. One novel idea. Maybe. No promises because things are crazy. So anyway, I do want to mention before I go into my really quick little media corner that we sent off our giveaway winners giveaway package. Sarah sent it Friday. She had parent-teacher conferences, so she was off Friday. And so she sent that off to Canada. And we reached 200 followers, or subscribers, sorry. And so we are going to do another giveaway for one of Sarah's, we keep calling it Sew Away. They're Sew Together bags, and the pattern is from Sew Demented, I believe. I think that's what she told me. So she's working on that today, making it. She doesn't know if she'll get it done today, but, and it will be made out of gingham. Some of my grandmother's gingham stash. Very cute. So she's working on that. We will be giving that away along with, we'll probably put some little things inside the Sew Together bag. So if you are interested in winning one of those sew together bags. Then in the comments below, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of a question. In the comments below, because I have Christmas on my brain, my Christmas is very pink and aqua. So tell me if your Christmas, what your colors are for Christmas. Some people do like red and black. Some people do red and green, of course, classic. Some people do white and gold Christmas, or very like metallic and white and wintry. So let me know what your Christmas is like. Or maybe you don't celebrate Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, let me know what you do on Christmas Day. Perhaps you celebrate another holiday. So anyway, yeah, let me know below what your Christmas theme or non-Christmas theme is. And we will pick a winner next week and be able to get that out hopefully pretty quickly. And then, I don't know, we might do another giveaway at 300. We might just keep going and do a bigger one like at 500. So anyway, and also if you were here last week and you left a comment, my mom was with us last week and everybody was so amazing and so welcoming to my mom and put really nice comments. So we were like, they love you, Mom. You have to come back sometime. So she was very excited and very appreciative of everyone's kind words. So that's all for like stitchy stuff. I'm gonna breeze quickly through Media Corner. So if you are not interested in that, you can click off and I'll see you next time. Be sure to leave a comment below if you want to be entered to win the Sew Together bag and a few other treats. But other than that, I'm gonna move on. So, okay. So what am I reading, listening to, watching? So I haven't been able to get into shows lately to binge watch anything. But last weekend I decided randomly to start watching Mr. Mercedes, which is based on a Stephen King book. It's on Peacock. We get Peacock now through Xfinity. It's free. You can get a paid one that has no commercials and more stuff. But I'm doing the free one. And so I watched the first season of Mr. Mercedes. It was really good. It's a little dark, but so if you're not into crime stuff, maybe not for you, but I really liked it. It's got Brendan Gleeson in it, who I really like. I'm a big fan of his. So anyway, Mr. Mercedes. And then I finished the first season of that. I didn't want to start the second season right away. So then randomly one night I started watching Ratched on Netflix, which is of course about Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, the movie and the book. And I liked it. I've heard really mixed reviews, and Whitney said she kind of had trouble getting into it. I think she's still going to finish it, but I loved it. Granted, it's very retro. It's my perfect time period, but it was good. I really liked it. So I finished that. It's only 8 episodes. And then today I have to watch Supernatural, but also I started Bly Manor, The Haunting of Bly Manor, which I kind of put off because I'd heard mixed things. But Whitney's son watched it. He loved it, and I think she's been watching it, so I'm going to give it a whirl. And then, of course, I watched the debate, but what am I listening to? Oh, probably about a year and a half ago, maybe longer, I listened to a podcast, a true crime podcast from the Australian newspaper called Teacher's Pet. If you're a true crime podcast fan, you may have heard of it. And I thought I had finished it, but I think I never listened to the last episode. And they have since, because there's been some things that have popped up in the case, they have added more episodes. So I listened to the last episode and then the following one where they start to get more into where the case is now. So, it's really good. It's about a woman who went missing, I believe 20 years ago, maybe more. And, of course her husband's a suspect and they've never been able to really make a case. He said that she just, left home and yeah. Listen to it. It's really good. It's very good. It's sad, but it's good. And hopefully they will have they will be moving forward with the case at some point soon. So, so Teacher's Pet, and what am I reading? I've had trouble getting into stuff lately. So I decided I was just gonna step away from what I was reading or trying to read, Laverne, and start something new. So Whitney and I had mentioned we're in this book club, like a horror book club from Dark Side Bags on Instagram. And the book this month, I hope I'm in the right month, is Burnt Offerings, and I don't remember the author. It's an older horror book, I think 70s. And so I started that today, and I'm like first chapter, but it's pretty interesting. And I mean, it's kind of a good one for right now because it's really dreary out and spooky, and it's Halloween-y time. So I'm going to give it a whirl and see if I stick with it, because I don't know what my problem is lately. I mean, I do. It's the world, but... So anyway, so that's what I am reading, watching, and listening to really quickly. So I hope you all are well. I don't want to keep you much longer because I'm already up to 40 minutes and it was going to be a short one. Laverne loves the camera. I hope you guys have a great week. Please feel free to answer the question down below, enter our contest. Thank you so much, so much for coming back and watching us week after week. Sorry it was late this week, but that might just happen sometimes. Here comes the other cat. But we really appreciate it. It's really been good in a year where it's easy to get down and frustrated and anxious. It's nice to have something to look forward to. You know, keeping the cats away from the camera. That's my life. So now I'm going to let you guys go so I can go back to stitching and watching Bly Manor and get ready for this week, where we're gonna try to have modified Halloween parties at school. Oh, it's crazy, but it'll be fun. So we're having a spirit week where we get to wear, like, you know, black and orange one day. We get to wear like funny hats one day. We're just trying to make it fun for the kids. So, because it's kind of a weird Halloween. But most of my kids that I've spoken to have been really, not that they're not bummed about it, but they're just really matter of fact about it. You know, like one kid said, it's just one Halloween. You know, it's like, yeah, you're right. It is just one Halloween. So it's okay. We'll get through it. So anyway, I hope you all have a great week. I'm going to wrap up this Midwest goodbye. Take care. Go vote. It's getting close. Won't it be nice when it's over? Hopefully. And I will see you next time. So I'll see you real soon. Bye, guys.